Now that's all we need to test out our new search feature. So let's go to our browser and do just that. Try search by genre.html, and as we can see, we've got three choices there, and the PHP script returns a number of record shops to us. Now this is not every record within the database. This is only the records that are flagged as being associated with the genre that we specified, in this case techno. I've left out a line break in the script, which is why there is a search button is right up next to the select field, but that doesn't make any functional difference. Now there is a problem with our search by genre.html file. Say if we want to add a genre at a later date, add a new kind of genre to the database that we hadn't thought of before, we're going to have a problem, because we're going to have to not only update the database, but update this HTML page. Furthermore, it doesn't really make sense for me to copy manually 16 different options from the database when, given that this is a dynamic site that we're trying to create, we should be able to pull that data from the database and use it to create the page. And that's exactly what we'll do. Instead of using this rather clunky arrangement, we're going to use some PHP. Now it's very important that we change the name of our HTML page so that it will be interpreted as PHP. So our search by genre.php page, we should just pop over here quickly while we've made that change and change the hyperlink there to reflect that. Now the PHP that we're going to use is much more simple than the PHP in results by genre. All we're going to do is connect to the database using the same methods as we've used in previous scripts, and we're going to select the database, vinyl dealers, and run a query which simply selects every genre that's listed in our database. And we're going to use a while loop to run through each of the rows in our result, and this is the part that's going to output to the HTML page and set up the select field. We're going to use single quote to surround the option value, then we're going to use a double quote to break out of the string a concatenation symbol, and the associative array record that we just defined in the previous line, we're going to pull genre ID from it. Then we need a concatenation symbol, double quote, single quote. The single quotes are to surround the option value, and we're going to close that tag, another double quote, and we'll need the name so that the user can see something to make the choice by. Now that may look a little confusing, quite a few symbols in there. Let's just save it and we'll take a look at what it actually does in the browser. Now it's search by genre.php we want this time, and if we drop down the menu, we can see we have all these different options to choose from. So we're going to search for US Garage, and we get 2 results from our results by genre.php script. Now if we look at the source of this search by genre page, we can see that each of the options has been output in exactly the same way as they were on our static HTML page. So from this example, we can see that we can use PHP on both sides to make our search facility more flexible and self-updating every time we update the database.